Greetings from rainy North Carolina. We are currently dealing with excess rain from Hurricane Debby. So we haven't seen the sun much this week, but it's also a good reminder to slow down a little bit and just enjoy the luscious rain and all of the greenery that's around us here in North Carolina. It's been a little while since I have sent a ministry update and shown my face. I think my last one was just pictures and no video, but wanted to take a couple of minutes to update all of you on what's been going on here at TWR and in my world. We successfully wrapped up our summer internship program last week with our interns completing their time of debriefing. We had 16 interns serving with us this summer in 7 different countries around the world. And it was such an encouraging time to gather back together and to hear from our interns and their experiences this summer. We do have one intern who's still wrapping up her time at one of our national partners in Asia. And we have an intern currently wrapping up his final week with us. He extended a week. And the great news is we've got a couple young folks who are also excited to continue volunteering with TWR on a part-time basis. But we're just so thankful for the interns that the Lord sent to us this summer, and got to see tons of pictures and hear stories, and just so neat to see how God brought specific interns to TWR for such a time as this summer. But it's also a bittersweet time because they leave and the office gets quiet, and it's a little bit sad for me when they all depart, but also good because I need a break. So definitely a bittersweet time, but we're really thankful, and God has been really good to provide for each of those interns this summer. The other program that I'm responsible for, Embark, which is our short-term program from like 6 to 12 months. We have a young man who I've talked about here before, Jacob. He is wrapping up his year of service with TWR, but he has also been appointed as a full-time missionary with us here in the Cary office. So he will be wrapping up his time at the end of the month here, and then heading back to Indiana to raise support to come on as a full-time missionary staff member. So you can be praying for Jacob as he endeavors to build his ministry partnership team for another time, for a full-time commitment to TWR. So it's just been neat to see how Jacob has grown over the last year as well in his skills and just the way that the Lord has worked in his life. We also have a young man who I've mentioned in previous email updates, Alec, who recently got married, and he and his wife will be moving, Lord willing, here to the Cary area in the fall. We're praying for October. He will be serving with TWR Motion, which is our illustrated and animated kind of video team that creates videos for church planters. They're currently working on a project for Buddhist people and working with church planters in Asia, specifically in Thailand, to create content that will be appealing to people who are from a Buddhist culture. And Alec will be joining that team as an animator. He studied animation, and they really desperately need him, and he is so close. I think he's about 75% funded. So we're really praying for the Lord to bring him to TWR by early October. And we're really excited for him and his wife to be joining the TWR family for their year-long commitment, and Lord willing, maybe further in the future. And yeah, those are kind of the 2 big areas for me. But there's also a lot going on outside of TWR. I think most of you know that I am having surgery. Actually, next week, 1 week from today, I will be having surgery on my foot and ankle at Duke. So if you've known me for any amount of time, you know that I've dealt with ankle injuries for the better part of my life, about 20 years of repeated injury. So they're going to be doing some reconstruction, fixing ligaments and some bone stuff in my foot. So I would really appreciate prayers. It's a rough recovery. It's about a 12-week recovery, and it's my right foot, so I won't be able to drive. So I just would covet your prayers. And as many of you know, too, dealing with autoimmune illness, it can make recovery a bit complicated. So just trusting that the Lord has good timing and that my body can rest well And between now and next Wednesday, I will be traveling to Michigan. We are celebrating my grandma's 90th birthday this weekend. She doesn't turn 90 till September, but we're celebrating it before my surgery so that I can be home to celebrate. But just pray for safe travels. There's been a lot of flight issues happening here with the hurricane and Delta and the outages that happened a couple weeks ago that affected airlines. So would appreciate prayer for travel this weekend, for my surgery next week. God bless my mom. She's coming down to spend 2 weeks, over 2 weeks with me. And so, yeah, would just really covet your prayers during this time of healing, that my body would heal well, and that the lupus diagnosis would not cause major complications at all. And that I would also just be at peace. Resting is not my forte, and this is a bit of forced rest. I'm looking forward to the rest, but I know that I'll go stir crazy a little bit. So if you have some amazing movies or book recommendations or games that you like to play, send them my way. So yeah, just really appreciate all of you and your continued partnership with me here serving at TWR. God is good, and we can trust in him and his faithfulness. I look forward to sharing an update with you next month. But also, since I'm saying next month, which is September, next month is September. Wild. I have not done an annual ministry update yet this year, and that is on me. But I wanted to let you know that on Monday, September 16th, I will be doing a live Zoom ministry update as I have in years past. So mark your calendars. I will put a reminder in the newsletter below. Monday, September 16th, probably around 7 p.m. Eastern time. Would love to see your faces on Zoom so that I can share a little bit more about the past year. Talk to you soon.